our third play is titled Art Isn't Easy. The time is now, and the place is a very fancy gallery in a very fancy auction house in a very fancy city. In the darkness, we hear a very fancy voice.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you will please take your seats. The auction will begin in 10 minutes. Please take your seats.
And finally, my dear Natalia, we have the piece that everyone in the art world is buzzing about today. It's called The Lost American.
The Lost American.
I believe this piece will be a perfect addition to your collection.
Oh, Everett, it's beautiful. The vivacity of that one solitary crimson circle drifting dreamily on a vast sea of milky white.
It's a red dot on a whiteboard.
Shh. You see how the light reflects off the canvas? It's like the artist himself is reaching at you through the painting.
Yes, it's uncanny. I have to have it.
Really?
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 You want that?
She does.
Desperately.
Why?
Because it's a Mandalay.
Mandalay!
What the heck is a Mandalay?
Ah!
I thought you said you were an art critic.
Well, truth be told, I'm the theater critic, but I'm moving up because today they let me sub for Tony Antonio, who's the usual art critic. You remember him, the fat little Italian guy with rosacea? Anyway, he woke up this morning with a bad case of the shingles, and those sores on his back were oozing all over the place.
You paint a vivid picture.
And if I play my cards right, the story will put me on the front page of the art section on this Sunday's paper. So, fire away with about what's his name?
His name is Mandalay.
Oscar Mandalay.
Oscar Mandalay.
Everett, I must have this piece.
Mandalay is the greatest living American artist we have today.
Who says?
Who says?
The art world says.
Just because he put a spot on a whiteboard and signed his name?
That is not a spot.
It's art.
It's a spot.
Mrs. Boyd, if you would excuse us, please.
Everett, I'm going for a drinky poo.
As you can see, collectors from all over the world have come to my auction this afternoon to pay a considerable sum for that spot.
Collectors are dumb.
Collectors are rich, and that woman's husband's fortune is burning a hole through her handmade Hermes bag, and I need to sell her this painting today.
Then she's dumb too.
Excuse me, if I may. You only call her dumb because you can't afford one.
I'm sorry, who are you?
Yes.
Oh, your desire for that painting is written all over your face.
Really? Oh, you know what? That might be some mustard from those little weenies you had at the reception.
If you were to see this exact painting on a sale rack at your local home goods store, you would walk right on by. But now, because I tell you it will sell for $5 million, you subconsciously want it. And you can't have it.
It's basic human instinct. We covet what we can't have.
But I really don't want it. I just want a story.
Everyone here today wants it.
Because it's a Mandalay.
Everett, we should go. I want to get a seat down front.
The Lost American. Just look at the way the artist puts the paint so lovingly on the canvas.
Oh, I can practically see the struggles of that lone American patriot represented in that one complicated image.
It's a red splotch. A monkey could do that.
But a monkey didn't.
Oscar Mandalay did.
Sir, I must have it.
Wait, no, I have to have it.
Oh, I can afford it.
I'm Natalia Goyevich, and I'm willing to pay more. $5 million, Everett.
6 million.
7 million.
Oh, wait a second. Are you both insane? $7 million for that.
Little boy, you want the story? Write this down. The best art is always the most expensive art.
That is so true.
But $7 million?
Well, how else do we keep the riffraff from getting their hands on it?
But art should be made by the people for the people.
People?
What do we care about the people?
Sir, let me explain it. You're inexperienced, little brain. In my business, it is mandatory that art be expensive, because then it is exclusive. That exclusivity is what gives it value. If this painting were to sell for $10, then people like you could have it, and then it has no value. But add 5 zeros to that 10 and voila.
So you all just make up random $1 million numbers.
And collectors crawl over each other like rabid dogs to purchase and own their very own Mandalay.
Oh, money makes the world go round and round.
Well, I'm a journalist. Now that I know the snow job that's going on, I'm going to use this article to expose the truth and win a Pulitzer.
The truth?
What is the truth?
And who would care?
Okay. What if I publish a story that says Oscar Mandalay is a white supremacist who has 17 immigrant wives and butt-fucks donkeys? Then nobody will come within 10 miles of him. Value goes down, and voila! Anyone can then afford to purchase their own Mandalay to hang over their IKEA futon.
Oh, please.
You print that, and collectors will only want it more.
Tortured artist always sells.
Exactly. Take Vincent van Gogh.
Oh, gosh, his paintings are such a bore.
Ah, saw yesterday.
Nobody would be bothering with those tedious sunflowers if the pathetic bastard hadn't gone and chopped his own ear off.
Mental deficiency has always been one of the best forms of self-promotion.
If Oscar Mandalay were to put a gun to his head today, his work would immediately quadruple in price, and collectors would be salivating to carve off a piece of his artistic corpse. You know what? That's the story you should write.
You people are certifiable. You are all bullshitting yourselves and justifying your insanity.
Yes! Isn't it fabulous?
8 million, Everett! I would bid 8 million to get this painting over that woman.
$8 million? Oh, even for me, that's a bit steep. Oh. Okay, you win. Mandalay is yours.
And this is how it works. Nobody is going to believe this.
Oh, please. Nobody's going to read your pathetic little article because nobody reads the art section anymore. Now, if you will excuse us, we have an auction to attend.
Yes, take me to my seat, Everett. I have a painting to claim.
You're not going to chase her down and try to outbid her?
Why would I do that?
Because you want a house full of expensive art by Oscar Mandalay.
Have you ever seen the home of art collectors? Natalia Goyevich's penthouse is a high-rise junkyard, but because she's rich, instead of calling her a hoarder, we call her a patron of the arts.
I'm so confused.
Oh, listen and learn. Art has been around for as long as man has been in existence. It's who we are as a species. We need art to prove that we are alive. And whether we like it or not, all of this is part of our history. Even you being right here is part of history.
I don't want to be a part of history. I just want to get this article into my editor before 5 o'clock so I can go to my real job, which is to go to the dinner theater and review the revival of Golden Girls, the musical, starring Cloris Leachman. But before I go, I want to go on record as saying Oscar Mandalay is complete and total bullshit.
Hey, just between you and me, I agree with you.
You were just bidding millions for that painting.
Oh, God. Art collectors are like lemmings. Natalia wanted that painting to be important. So by raising the price, I confirmed her desire. And at the end, everyone wins. The collector, the dealer, and the artist. And if you repeat that, I will deny it, and I will sue your ass for libel.
You are the first sane person I met all day. Can I please quote you for my article? It would be so amazing to have an honest, educated opinion.
I'm sorry. I would rather remain anonymous.
But why?
Because I'm Oscar Mandalay. Enjoy the auction. Ciao.